So, good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening from Moscow. I am in Moscow right now. I just arrived and I will be facilitating a 3-day body class tomorrow and also an evening class where I will talk a little bit about the tools that I am using from my amazing book. And I talk about potency, I talk about power, and I talk about choice. Because nothing is more powerful than your choice. And I'm saying it again. Nothing is more powerful than your choice. For those of you that are new here, that see me for the first time, I'm Vladica. I'm Vladica Georgievich. And I can call myself a global citizen, an author, a speaker, an access consciousness facilitator, a healer, a mother, a lover. And then I ask, is that all that I am? Or is there so much more? The question that I ask myself all the time is, what else can I choose that I haven't chosen yet? So this is why I actually invited all of you tonight to join me on the journey of choice. Why? Because choice is, I'm saying it again, choice is more powerful than anything, and your choice creates. And how do I know that? How? I've been there. I've done it all. I know grief very well. I know devastation. I know sadness. I know fear. I know anger. And I also know joy, gratitude, peace, and that exuberant expression of life and living that comes from actually chaos and creation. And that comes from the same place as the nature. I wrote a book about it, as I said, and my intention tonight is to inspire you, and hopefully you will get something out from tonight to bring it to your life and to apply it to your life. So just to make it short about the past, I'm not going to talk so much about the past, but 8 years ago, I experienced something that a mother shouldn't be able to experience. And I haven't actually talked so much about it, but I'm going to get out with it even more and to inspire people to choose their life. My son was killed, and my son was killed very brutally, and I was devastated. And I thought that I will never, ever be able to laugh again. I mean, really laugh from the bottom of my heart. I thought that everything I do in the future will be just artificial. But that was not true. I chose something different, very, very different. And because I realized that we are actually all creators. We are creators for everything that we want to experience. And for 2 years after the death of my son, what I did was I was actually following Dane here and Gary Douglas all over the world. I did so many classes that I actually lost track of which classes I did. And it was not only with access, but I also went to retreats. I went to spiritual teachings. I did leadership trainings. I did meditation. I did yoga. And all of that I did just to escape the pain. But you know what? You can't escape anything. There is not such a thing that you can escape it. You have to embrace it, take care of it, and choose something different. So I clearly remember, and I actually write about that also in my book, a month after my son's death, Dane here told me, do you know, Vladdy, you can kill yourself and become the effect of his death, or you can start living. At that time, I actually didn't know what it meant. And I was actually very angry for a while for him giving me that answer. But I asked every day for a very long time, what capacities and gifts do I actually have that I haven't chosen yet? And how can I transform my anger and my sadness and to be joy and to be contribution to the world? Who am I being? What is the true me? And what is my mission here? What am I capable of? And where is my energy required? Those questions, asking those questions day by day, opened up awarenesses, opened up an energy flow, opened up possibilities. Because what if you are actually willing to know exactly what is going to work for you and how? What capacities do you have and abilities, and what is your gift? And are you stepping into them? Are you using them? Or are you going to the past experiences and making your past more significant than life? I'm just wondering. I'm wondering how it is for you, because I know how it was for me. We have so many judgments, and there are so many lies, and we have so many point of views, and we have entrenched over the last trillions of years in the past, and we're making the past much more significant than life. So just for a moment, tap into that energy of the past and be willing here and now tonight to just go there and destroy and uncreate it all. And if you don't know about the Access Consciousness, you can go to the accessconsciousness.com and read more about it, or you can use the clearing statement .com to know about what it means to destroy and uncreate an energy that is being created, and then use this clearing statement, which is right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So let's use this as a clearing, what I said right now. All the lies, all the judgments, all the points of views that you have entrenched yourself over the last trillion of years, that creates your past most significant part of your life. Please destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And now demand, make a demand. This is my first tool for you. Make a demand to choose you and to choose something different, and to tell yourself that I am going to have what I desire in my life, no matter what it takes, no matter what it looks like, and I am willing to take the steps to create it, invite it, and be willing to receive it when it shows up. As I said, I wrote a book. So in my book, I'm talking about that. I'm talking about how you can make a choice to choose joy and gratitude in your life, how you can make a choice to be grateful for what is in your life right now, how you can make a choice to never give up, and how you can make a choice to take risks. So tonight, I'm going to read a small part, just a page from my book, which is about that. So I talk about the choice of joy and gratitude. And even before I knew about access consciousness, I was reading a lot of books. I mean, thousands actually of books. And one of my favorite writer, I don't know if you heard about him, but it's Paulo Coelho. And he said, one day you will wake up and there won't be any more time to do things what you have really wanted. So do it now. So in the book, I'm asking a question. How many of you are looking for something outside of yourself to make you feel happy? Nothing and nobody can actually make you happy. You cannot make other people happy and you cannot make them sad. It is actually just a choice. And how can I be sure of that it is the case? I know it. I know it. And I spend a lot of time working with people globally, all over, and listen to their stories, and they are very similar. Everyone is telling me about how they try to make their family happy, their children, and how they fail. So my question is, what is happiness? People on planet Earth believe that unhappiness is more real than happiness because more people feel unhappy. And true happiness is in peace and joy. Unhappiness is made to justify your dissatisfaction. You cannot actually be unhappy if you do not work on it. It is a changeable state that you have produced, thinking that you have no control over it. And in fact, you have complete control. Thoughts, feelings, and emotions are a system of justification for everything in your life. So, what do you share with other people when you are happy? You have so little to share because no one wants the thoughts, feelings, and emotions of a happy person. Just think about it. Think about it for a moment. How much time do you actually spend with your friends talking about how happy you are and how good your life is, compared to how much time you have been talking about problems and things that you are not satisfied with? In peace and joy, where the usual state of being on this planet, would we really have wars? Would we have therapeutic groups? Or are this all the systems that are set up to maintain the existence of unhappiness and dissatisfaction? Without it, the world would fall apart. Unhappiness is the one that holds the world together. And in fact, the more you smile, the more you are going to heal the world. If you are happy, then you will transform the general state of the planet and everything unpleasant that has happened in your past. And then you will have anything to do. So that was a little bit from a book. Now, let's talk more about choice. Choice is committing to your life. And when you commit to your life, our world will become a different place. Commitment to your life is commitment to the act of living, to possibilities, and to choose. And commitment to your life is really being present with what is. What is looking at the situation as it is. Because, do you know what? Each of us here, we have a gift. And the gift That gift is what our world needs. So I am asking you to step in and to step up and to choose. To choose and to ask the question, what am I capable of today that I'm not choosing yet? What am I capable of today that nobody else is that I'm not choosing yet? What am I capable of today that nobody else is that I haven't chosen yet? Choice is creation. Choice is a form of creation. And what most of us don't get is that our choice creates our reality. And reality is not creating your choice. So this is, every time you choose, you are becoming more aware. And awareness and consciousness is being able to see this reality and to choose to create something different. And consciousness is being able to see this reality and to see you. Yes. So, have you ever asked yourself these questions? Have you ever asked yourself, what does choice mean to me? And what would it be like if I really choose for me? And what would it be like if I created something entirely different? How would my life look like? So just for a moment, tap into that energy. Tap into that energy and just perceive it. Just relax your body, relax everything, and just perceive the energy of, if I would choose my life, if I would choose to create and contribute to something totally different to the world, what would it be like? What would that be like? And when I say that, what if it's not at all about the money on your bank account, or the money that you are going to make, or the right relationships, but the creation and the change that is possible and that you as a gift can be a contribution to? And above all, what if it is about the fun of discovering you, of discovering your capacities and discovering your gifts and discovering your abilities and discover what you are made of? Because only then you will know actually what else is possible. I've been looking at this a lot, and I've been looking from my own world and from my own situation, and I've realized that many of my choices and my life was based on somebody else's point of view. 10 years before I came in contact with Access, I had this situation when I was burned out. And I realized that I actually don't even know what I like. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want to create. And this is how I used the questions to start to create my life. Because there was so many definitions about who I am, but I actually didn't know if I am creating for me, for my mother, for my children, for my father, for my friends, or who. And my first year, when I met Dane here in Access Consciousness and Gary Douglas, there was a moment when I called Dane here and said, I'm so confused. And he actually gave me a process. He gave me a process to ask questions about my name, about the country that I was born in. So I was asking myself, what does my name mean to me? And then I was destroying and uncreating all of that. Who gave me that name? And I was destroying and uncreating all of that. What do I define myself as? And I was destroying and uncreating all of that. And trust me, oh my God, did a lot of stuff come up for me? Yes, a lot of stuff came up for me. And just a couple of months after that, I went to Croatia, where I opened up the country and contributed to hundreds of people to choice and possibilities. So now I'm asking you with this, what have you decided that is absolutely not possible to choose and create? What have you decided is absolutely not possible to create, that is truly possible to create? That if you created would actually change the world, change your reality, change all realities, and open up to so many exuberant possibilities for you. And what if you created your life from today, from this moment, with the willingness to receive everything, just as it is in every moment and every day? And if you hear and if you take this energy to your heart, I'm actually not talking about right and wrong here, good and bad, or just living your life in 5-star hotels. I'm talking about everything exactly as it is, every moment and every day, with a lot of peace and with the choice of that, yes, this is the situation right now, but in 10 seconds, I can choose different. Yes, this is the situation right now, but I can choose how I want to feel about it or be with it. And why am I telling you this? And because I'm actually spending a lot of time in nature. So look at the nature. Nothing is in order, actually. Everything is chaos, and everything is expressing itself in its own unique, beautiful, abundant way. So let's go beyond that and let's go to the universe. How is universe created? Universe is also created like that. It is based on chaos and in its own way. And we have no idea actually how it is created. And just think for a moment about the air that you are breathing. How is it? How is the air? I'm in Moscow now. When I breathe here, it feels different than in Sweden or Slovenia or Germany or Hawaii or Austria or wherever. Sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's warm, sometimes it's hot. So it is always different. And this is how life is also. It is different every moment. So my question to you would be here, how much energy are you actually using not to be joyful, generative, and the expression of life called you? A lot or a little? What if you actually consider to make the choice today, in this moment, no matter how your life looks like? I don't know where you are in the world. I know that a lot of people are watching this tonight and being with me. So only this energy actually makes me cry. I think there are more than 500 people online or even more all over Europe and in Russia. And it's so beautiful. So I'm asking you, and I know that some of you, your life is maybe hard, it is tough, maybe you are angry, maybe you are sad, maybe you think that you have been mistreated, and it brings tears in my eyes right now because I know how it is. But what I'm asking for you, would you please consider, and I don't know why I'm crying, maybe it's Russia that makes me cry today, and I'm really happy, but I'm happy to be here. But I'm asking you, would you please consider to choose today, no matter how your life looks like, to choose that and demand from yourself that you are going to be different, no matter what it takes. And you are going to tap into the chaos of universe, because this is what you really are. Beyond the right and wrong, beyond. And everything that doesn't allow you that, times a gazillion, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online shorts, boys and beyonds. What if you could generate your life from space? Imagine that possibility where you generate everything from space. Forget the commitment that you made to pain, to suffering, to poverty, to sadness, to meanness, and the ugliness of life. Just forget it. Just destroy and uncreate it all now, for this moment, and demand that you are going to choose something different. And I know that it is possible for you, because if I can choose it, why wouldn't you? Do you realize how much of your life you are functioning from, I don't know how to do that, that's not for me, that's for somebody else, I have to do it because my children wants me, or my husband wants me, or because my boss is asking it for me. And that is not based on choice. Choice is something different. The situation is like that right now, but what else can I choose here? I can choose, and I can change it. That is a totally different point of view. So, and you can also look at it. You can look at everything that you have chosen and laugh, because humor is great. How did I create that suffering and pain and that sadness? I did by my choice. And do we have to punish ourselves for the past? Absolutely not. No, we don't have to punish us for anything. And all the limitations that are right now going on for us are actually not true. Because every time we give the limitation power, we make a choice against us. And that is not true. You are alive. You woke up this morning alive, which means that you have 10 seconds to choose. And you can choose your old life, but in a totally different way. You can say to yourself, like I laugh about that in classes. I say, oops, I'm like Britney Spears. I choose it again. So you can say, I choose again my old life, but I can change it. I can change it now, and I can change something different. And you can tell yourself that you are aware and that you can create and that you can go beyond. You know that amazing question that we are using in Access Consciousness, what else is possible? What else is possible here? And then be willing to embrace. Be willing to ask all those questions, because every questions that you ask will open some doors of possibilities, and then you will have that choice again, and then more possibilities will show up, and this is where you will start to function from a contribution, because you are potent. I know that you are potent. So would you be willing to embrace it? Would you consider the possibility of being more potent than you are choosing? Would you be willing to start create your life and stop buying the lies? Would you? I hope so. I hope that with this energy that I delivered tonight, I inspired you to step into your potency and to choose something different. I really hope it. Otherwise, I'm coming to you live to shake you so that you can choose something different. Because we have all this potency, but we have decided a lot of stuff that we cannot be, that we cannot choose, that it is not possible. So I would like you to destroy and uncreate everything where you have decided that you cannot be and what you cannot be. And so that you can change all realities and eliminate that pretense of impotence that you are choosing to pretend that you cannot change. So it's time to give it up. It's time to give up the victimhood. It's time to give up the judgment, and it's time to give up and stop judge your choices from the past. And it is okay. I'm looking at all my choices from the past, everything that I've done, everything that I have created, and I used to make myself so wrong. I used to judge myself for that so much. In 2 weeks, I will be 58 years old. And do you know what's interesting? I've never felt happier. I've never looked better in my own eyes. I don't say, but my health is amazing. My energy is amazing. And I'm so confident about myself. So what is interesting is that everything that was creating in the past is actually what took me here today. So what about you? What if you are not wrong about anything? What if you are not wrong about anything in the past? What if all your choices was created so that you can have a life that you are having now? And that's fine. That's fine. Trust you and choose for you. And please remember, it's not about right. It's not about wrong. It's not about anything. It is about don't give up on you. Because potency, sorry, I just have to mute people. Don't unmute yourself because a line will not be so good for all of us here. So please don't. So what I was talking about potency. Yes, potency is the ability to change and transform everything, and all of you have it. So what I invited you tonight, I inspired you to choose to be the leader of you and for you, because the real power is about being potent enough to change anything. And with no excuses. You will not have any excuses anymore for your health or for not enjoying or for not creating your life. Because you are really, really a miracle. In Access, we talk about being an infinite being. So how many of you are an infinite being, but you actually refuse to know it? And by that, you refuse to be that miracle that I'm talking about. And you also refuse to be the magic. So with this, I actually hoped I inspired you tonight. And I will like to end this Zoom by asking you to remember that you tell yourself every morning You can wake up in the morning and start the morning by saying, wow, I am alive. I am alive today. And everywhere I'm stopping myself from being the amazing, the gorgeous, the beautiful, the potent, the phenomenal energy and me I truly be, I now destroy and uncreate it all. And if you start your morning like that, just try it for a couple of mornings. Just pull all that energy into your body. So imagine that you are connecting with the universe and you are connecting with the earth and you're pulling energy into your fingers, into your arms, into your heart. And you start the morning by stretching a little bit like a cat. Look at the animals. The first thing that they do when they wake up, they start to stretch the body. So you can do the same thing. That's just the choice. You can start to stretch your body and tell yourself everywhere, I'm stopping myself from having joy today, from being joy, from being the amazing, the gorgeous, the phenomenal, or whatever works for you. I don't know what words you can use. Just add what makes you expansive and joyous and brings that bubbly energy in your body, and just stretch it out. Imagine that you are pushing it out in all directions and destroy everything where you are actually going against you. Destroy and uncreate everything, because nothing is greater than you and nothing is greater than your choice. What choice can I make today that will create whatever I desire, fast, easy, and with a lot of joy? You are the magic wand. Your choice creates. So thank you so much. I hope that this inspired you, and I hope that I will see you in a class soon. I have loads of tools in my portfolio from all of my studies, from all of my classes, and from all of my trainings. And I am so excited to share them and to give them to you. So if you want to join me already here in Moscow, please join me tomorrow in a 3-day body class. I think the street is Savetska 27. I don't know. You can ask my host, Evgenia. And if you can't join me in Moscow tomorrow for the 3-day body class, you can join me next week in Slovenia on Bled, on the Lake Bled, or just go to the www.accessconsciousness.com, Vladica Georgievich, and you will find all my classes. And you are also very, very welcome to send me an email and to ask more questions if there is something that you want to know. And hopefully I'm working on my book to get it published in English. You can buy it in Slovenia, in Serbian, in Croatian, but in a couple of months, what would it take? We will have it in English, and let's see what other languages. So thank you for joining me tonight for this Zoom. I would like to say thank you to all my amazing translators from all over Europe for participating to create this energy of possibility for you. So, wow. I will open up the Zoom for the English-speaking countries. If anyone here has a question, or maybe you have it in your language, you can just type it. And we have like 15 more minutes. So, is there anything that you wonder? Merci, merci, merci. Merci, 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 Sophie. Hope to meet you in France.
Me too.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you so much. I hope that. Thank you, Rita. Love you too back a lot. So if you have any questions, please ask me. If not, listen to the Zoom. You can always send me a question in my messenger. I do recognize some faces online. I think I've been meeting you in other places in the world. So thank you. Otherwise, I will just end the Zoom here if you don't have any questions. Thank you to all the amazing translators. Love you all. Thank you. Bye.